All right, welcome to the third and final video of lecture 24. In the first two videos, we talked about how much energy we consume and how hard that actually is going to be to meet with renewables without changing the things around us. And so in this third video, the last video of this class, I wanted to kind of harp on my own little soapbox, the thing that I think is the easiest and best solution to all of these little energy problems that are starting to crop up, and that is energy efficiency. So a transition to renewables is essential, but we can limit energy consumption to decrease how much renewable energy we actually need to build, right? So energy efficiency, I'm sure you all know what that means, but just to give it a definition according to how I think of it, energy efficiency is doing more or doing the same amount, doing the same with less energy. Okay, so if we could maintain the same quality of life with less energy, great. Better yet, maybe we could even increase quality of life a little bit, although what that actually might mean can sometimes confuse people. There is so much potential here in energy efficiency. The American Council of Energy Efficiency Engineers has predicted that energy efficiency measures could meet half of our CO2 targets by 2030. What's nice about energy efficiency is it's the gift that keeps on giving. Once you've made it, especially passive energy efficiency measures, it returns and returns and returns. So there are essentially two ways to achieve energy efficiency. The first way is through government efforts. Government, or be that national, state, local, or really just organizations of people trying to accomplish something together, right? So there's a variety of programs here, whether it's Energy Star appliances, performing energy audits. There are building codes, right? The government can require that a building have a certain type of insulation, or it can mandate certain energy behaviors for buildings. Likewise, we can use tax rebates or even taxes like a carbon tax to incentivize people to use less or to buy things that are more energy efficient. Likewise, the government can mandate manufacturing standards, either how it's manufactured or in the final product, regarding energy efficiency. There is so much potential here with government efforts. We'll look at a few slides here. These are all from the National Renewable Energy Laboratory. Okay, so this first one is estimated economic potential electricity savings by state from residential efficiency. Okay, so what this means is individual homes increasing the energy efficiency of either their homes or the things inside their homes, whether that's installing better insulation, better windows, buying Energy Star appliances, putting in LED light bulbs. All of those things have been incorporated into one number. An important thing here is that they have assumed that all upgrades, they haven't assumed, but they have only looked at upgrades that have a net present value greater than 0. So in other words, they've only looked at updates where you actually will make money if you save enough energy in order to pay off that update. And so there's even more potential here just with net present values less than 0. All right, so these are in million megawatt hours, which is a lot of power. And you can see Ohio actually has a ton of potential here. On par with some of the big states. In fact, we could save more than California just by implementing some residential efficiency standards. Okay, we also can do the same thing, but now for building energy codes. So if we increase our building energy codes, say require R40 insulation in every house, or windows with a very low U value, then we could save 400 trillion BTUs. Of course, they had to use a different unit here. And then you see places like Texas, Florida can save a ton of power just by updating their building codes. Likewise, in industry, by improving the energy efficiency of the industries in our states, we can save a lot of power. You can see in the big manufacturing sector of the United States, we've got a lot of potential to really update how much power we could save through industry. 350 trillion BTUs here, which is on par with updating our building energy codes. And then also, I should have converted these megawatt hours to BTUs. I'm not sure what that is just off the top of my head. But you see that we can save a ton of energy just by encouraging our local, state, and national governments to mandate certain standards. Now here's the thing. I admittedly am a bit of a libertarian, and so for me, the number one and most important thing that needs to happen is an increase in the efforts of individuals to save power. Yeah, great. The government can, mandate all of these things, but I would rather have it come from each one of us. That energy becomes a part of us, that we think about it every moment and we save it whenever we can. There's so many things you can do. I mean, whenever you make a purchase, you can purchase energy efficient items. Better yet, you can buy less. Whenever you buy anything, you are buying the energy that went into making that. You can purchase less things. You can walk or you can bike instead of driving. You can adopt to use low-tech solutions as opposed to high-tech solutions. So if you're going to vacuum, do you need a Roomba? Better yet, do you need a vacuum? What if you just sweep your carpet? Or what if you get rid of your carpet and have hardwood and sweep that? We use less in every way. The average size of the American home has gone up steadily since 1950, but the number of people per household has gone down since that time. So we're using more space for less people. What if you buy a smaller home? In general, just using less is the key here. A little catchphrase I'm trying to have, catch on is the kilowatt hour is the new calorie. If we monitor our health so closely, if we check the back of every package to see how many calories are there, how come we can't continuously monitor how much energy we use and keep track so that we can improve the health of ourselves and the world around us? Likewise, in order of importance, when it comes to energy, we should reduce, reuse, and then renewable, right? So do your best to reduce and then reuse, as in do your best to make energy stretch as much as you can. And then once you can't, meet all of your energy with renewable sources. This is a great way to think about energy, not just water or plastic. Okay, the number one thing I think that we need is grit. Moving into the future, energy is going to be a hot topic, even more than it is now. And the more power you can have over your own life and your own ability to control your energy, the better. This could mean making changes in your life, whether that's not taking as many super hot showers or not driving down the street to see your friend but walking. And I promise you that often as you are more conscious of the energy usage in your own life, you will become more conscious of your own life in general. And you might find yourself living a bit more purposefully every day. Okay, well, that's my 2 cents. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.